Who is the best chess player in history? Some say Kasparov, and some argue that it's Magnus. But what if I told you that there is a chess player that was miles ahead of the competition? His name was Paul Morphy. He was born on June 22, 1837, and even as a child, he was considered one of the best players in New Orleans. By the age of 13, he was already one of the best chess players in the country. Morphy was naturally talented. Back then, they didn't have computers, and their knowledge of chess really was not that developed. To be one of the best at 13 years old meant one simple truth: Morphy was a complete chess genius. He absolutely loved chess and played the game whenever he could, and would often destroy the top players with ease. In 1857, at age 21, he became the official US chess champion, but at that point you could safely say he was the best player in the whole world. The theory is that Paul Morphy's rating in today's standards would be almost 2638. This number seems low for today's standards, but the truth is that Morphy was just the best. He had no one to play with and to potentially improve. Morphy was 300 points above the competition, and to understand how crazy that is, Bobby Fischer, who is considered one of the best players ever, had a difference of 120 points compared to the second best player. What this means is that Morphy treated his opponents like a 1000 rated player would treat a 200 rated player. For him, every single game he played was boring. He decided to travel the world to find stronger opponents, but sadly, there was no one to match him. He was just leagues ahead of everybody, so Morphy decided to quit chess for good. He then tried to go to law school, which unfortunately did not go that well. Due to bad timing and for reasons unknown yet, Morphy did not manage to build a career as a lawyer. He was still known as the best chess player, but he refused to return to the game. So, he was left essentially doing nothing because Morphy was already wealthy. Some believe that this might have been the reason for him going insane. Around 1875, Morphy was considered not right mentally, and in some letters, he was even mentioned as deranged. The people around him noticed that Morphy didn't trust anyone, and as he approached the end of his life, Morphy threatened to sue his friends, family, and even the church. In 1884, though, Morphy unfortunately passed away due to a stroke at the age of 47. This is the sad story of Paul Morphy, which some consider the best chess player history has ever seen, that ultimately was born just a bit too soon.